Hi everyone, it's Giselle with a message for today, and I would like to focus on this energy upgrade since the 11-11-11 portal. And the two main energies that have been very prominent, and I know there are more, but I just want to really talk about these two right now, is that energy of speed manifesting and standing in your power through speaking and living your truth. So, if you've been watching my videos last week, you will have noticed that I've already talked about this speed manifesting. Whereas, I would think about something, let it go, just let the universe do its thing, and a week later I would see it. But guess what now? I will think about something, and the next day I will see it. I mean, isn't that fantastic? Everything has sped up so much. I mean, oh my goodness. I am excited, just bursting with enthusiasm for this. And I hope that you are starting to feel this too. And if you haven't started to see it in your life, please know this energy is now present so that you can use it to your advantage too. And I know that the examples I gave before were quite small. I wanted to see a certain eyeshadow or a certain fragrance or a certain lipstick. I know these are quite, looking at it from a earthly perspective, yeah, they're quite small, what the heck. But really, anything that is a manifestation is just a miracle, and the universe showing you how powerful you're co-creating with the universe is, and that the universe truly wants you to have your heart's desires. Yes, these may be material things, but they are things that I want and that make me happy, and that would just make me smile. And of course the universe wants me to smile. And so yesterday I remember thinking back about, I don't know why, I was just feeling a bit nostalgic and flicking through some photos that I had from graduation and from a few years prior to graduating. And I saw myself wearing this top and I thought, that looks really cute. I haven't had or owned anything or seen anything like that for ages. It'd be so cool to have something like that again. Today, I happened to be walking around in a shop just browsing for something completely different, and there it was. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. How is this happening? Manifesting things within a day. I mean, come on. And of course, the more confident you become, the bigger you will build up. And it's not just with material things, it is with spiritual ascension and growth and, people just shooting up in their spiritual journeys and you witnessing that beautiful progress. It is fantastic. People who are close to me that used to be very down and depressed and easily manipulated by their environment, by people in their family and people around them, now are so strong, standing in their power, speaking their truth with conviction. And it's a permanent change that's happened. It's not a little, oh yeah, I think I'm going to try the spiritual thing, and if it doesn't work out for me, then I'll go back. No, this is permanent. And it encourages me so much. And also this energy, not just of speed manifesting of material and spiritual growth, but also standing in your power and speaking your truth has been a massive thing. And I know that if this was a few months ago, I would have been quite scared to stand up for myself and speak my truth in the way that I have. But now I'm just like, do you know what? I don't care. I don't give a rip, like Abraham would say. It's just, I love myself too much to put up with anything that will dull my shine or take away my power and bring me negative energy, or would strip me of my positive energy, or would just make me exhausted, you know? Um, I don't do this often. But when the energy is so bad, that I know that it will not benefit anyone involved. For instance, I'm just going to give you this example. I really, I need to speak my truth, basically. So, a few months ago, I had to say no to a client who I had been working with for nearly a year. But her energy was so negative that I literally felt physically sick after speaking to her, that I said, you know what, I really cannot work with you anymore. And basically, she blamed me for everything going wrong. And I said to her, I am not one of these party trick fortune tellers. This is not the work that I do. I'm here to coach and guide you on your spiritual journey. And yes, I can do readings and healings to help you on your path. But to say, oh, what is my, tell me my future, basically, it's like, no. And then blaming me for things going wrong in her life when she's attracted everything through the law of attraction, because the law of attraction works both ways. It's not all positive and rainbows. When you're negative and pessimistic, you will attract exactly what you're bringing out. So it was a lack of her wanting to take personal responsibility for her actions and for blaming other people and treating me like an on-call service, trying to call me at 3 a.m. It's like, excuse me, no. It's not my fault that you can't sleep, and you cannot treat me like this. If you have a problem, go to see your doctor. Seriously. So what had happened is her daughter would come to try to get readings with me, and I had to say the same thing. I said, you know what? I've told your mother this, and I'm going to tell you this too. My work is not compatible with what you're seeking. You want somebody to lay out a tarot spread and say, this is your future. No. What you fail to realize is your future is in your hands. And if we cannot co-create with the universe, then what's the point? I'm not here to sit here and tell you some sort of nonsense. Because if I do that, I'm limiting you. Oh, this is your future. No, that's not how it works. These are your possibilities. Let's work towards making that a reality. So basically, I've had to do it again. I've had to basically stand up for myself, protect my energy, and say no. I don't do this often, and in fact, I've not really had to turn anyone down from the Twin Flame community who's come to me for readings or healings, but in this instance with this lady, I've just had to stand strong and say, no, I can't, It doesn't do you any good to continue on having readings where you're not feeling the benefit, and it doesn't do me good to have to then put up with your negativity. So, gosh, it's been a roller coaster this week already. What is it, Tuesday? Oh my goodness. And my colleague from work, who's just so into discovering her divine feminine, is just making so much progress. I feel a shift in her energy. She's so much more confident, so much more her. And I felt that before she was trying to hide who she was. She was almost trying to be overly masculine to protect herself because the women in her life haven't been very supportive and not very much of a role model. And she thought that being feminine was being weak, but it really isn't. It is strength. And she's really into discovering more of her divine self and learning about all the different goddesses, because she's really into that now. So I found a book, and it's quite funny how the universe works, isn't it? I found a book. I was clearing out my closet the other week, and I saw this book that I had years and years ago, and I thought, oh, I don't really feel like I want to read this again. Like, it's not one of those kind of books that you need to read over and over. But it's something fun for someone who's just getting into this kind of, work. And a week later, she starts talking to me about this whilst we're sitting together in work. And I thought, oh, isn't that interesting? And so I said, oh, I've got this book that I only just remembered. I was clearing out my closet. Would you like to borrow it? And she was so happy. And then today I gave it to her, and her face just lit up. She's like, oh, this is what I needed. I felt like I'd come into work and I was already feeling very down and grumpy, but this is exactly what I need to lift my mood. And so I'll be interested to hear what she's have to say about that tomorrow. But it's fantastic to just see people who didn't believe in anything spiritual at all, who were self-proclaimed atheists, who are now embracing this. I mean, isn't it beautiful? Oh, I just feel so inspired and so strong within myself, really, to stand up for what I believe in and to be free to be who I am. Not that I wasn't ever free to be who I was, but I felt judged, and so I was keeping myself from being seen. But now I'm just here, and I just want to be heard and seen and stand strong in my beliefs. And if there's something that I can't entertain because it's not good for my growth and my energy, I will say no. And it's not even to do with readings, it's also to do with other things. With working at my day job, I mean, not this kind of work, or anything really. You know, someone saying something to me that I don't resonate with, I will stand up and tell them exactly how I feel and that I cannot be treated a certain way if it is disrespectful to me. And yeah, I just feel an immense shift, just this strength coming through and really being proud of who I am and what I believe in. And I feel it in other people too. A lot of my clients have had to speak their truths. Some of them have spoken their truth so much that it's caused them to go into separation, but there really wasn't any other way than to go into separation. But everything that you do, if it's from the heart, from love, and from your true self, then it is speaking your truth. Because if you don't, you have an energetic pie. I think Jake Ducey gave this example. And every time you say yes, when in fact you should be saying no, you are allowing others to take pieces of your pie. And eventually, when you do it too much, you will be energetically depleted. And you do not want that to happen. So don't say yes when you need to say no. Stand in your truth, speak your truth, and good luck with the speed manifesting, because that's so much fun. I mean, now that I've got so many small things out the way, let's shoot for the big things. So I hope that this energy update has inspired you and maybe clarified a few things for you. I thank you all so very much for watching. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.